quilters, welcome to day 19. We kind of make a switch now to where we're just decorating and embellishing the area around the letters. And because of that, there's a lot of the same stitches repeated. They're mostly stitches that you've done already, sometimes tweaked a little bit. So for example, let's look things over. These are detached chain stitches. I made them different sizes on purpose. You've done a stem stitch, you've done French knots. These little flowers are just the straight stitch down the middle, detached chain stitch leaves, and then some French knots on top. Technically, these two little branches right here weren't made with a straight stitch. They were made with a fly stitch because I wanted two of them together. But either way would work for those. And again, French knots on the top with the purple. This is a star stitch, and that is a new stitch, so we'll talk about that one. The little butterflies here are 4 detached chain stitches, and then do a bullion knot over the top and a tiny little fly stitch and Hannah. And I originally did this one with a gray. Well, first I did it with a black and it didn't show up. It looked funny. Then I did it with a gray and I didn't love it. And so when it came time to do these, I went ahead and decided to do them in white. And so when I gave the instructions for this guy, I said, you can do them in any gray or black or white that you have. Okay, these are also detached chain stitches. When I make little hearts, I kind of have, I either do it as just 2 detached chain stitches next to each other, or sometimes I kind of open up. A detached chain stitch starts here and goes down here, and sometimes I open those up so that on a heart, let me see if I can show you with a drawing. On a heart, I'm going to do a chain stitch. Let's make sure you can see this. That instead of, okay, typical chain stitch, I start here, make a loop, go down here, and then tack it down. If I'm making a heart, I come out down here, make my loop, and go down in at this spot on the heart and tack it down. And then I come out over here, make a loop, go down over here, and tack it in over there. I call these open chain stitches because instead of being closed like this, the basic parts of them are open. And so it really depends on the size of your heart, whether you want to do it a closed one or whether you want to do it an open one. Okay, and the last thing on this one is to recreate this flower right here, kind of in the same fashion. It doesn't have the little wool underneath, so I went ahead and did my detached chain stitch loops here, and then I felt like they had too big a holes, so I put a straight stitch in the middle of them, and it looks like I decided that it needed something out here on the edge, and so I did the same thing that we did on the P, and went ahead and did a little fly stitch there just to add a little bulk to it, and then it's got 5 little pistol stitches on the top. Okay, I am going to go back and show you that star stitch because it's not one we've seen before, so we'll see you in that video. Okay, the star stitch is actually a very simple stitch, and I deliberately on this one, you could use your 6 radii to mark the direction so that it looked perfectly even, but I wanted this to have more of a whimsical look for this part because of the boho kind of connection with it, so I did not mark them. So I'm just going to go ahead and wing it on this one. Let's see, the pink one, which I already had some threaded pink. So I'm going to do the straight up and down one first. Go down, then I'm going to come out, think of a clock, come out over here at 10 o'clock, go down over here at 4 o'clock, and come out over here at 2 o'clock. Go down over here at, let's see, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. And now you can see that mine are not even. And then the last thing you do on this one, I'm going to zoom in so that we can see it a little bit better. The last thing you do, because you can see how they don't meet in the center. So the last thing we're going to do is kind of tack them down right in the center. So we do a tiny little couching stitch that starts over here. We don't want to see this stitch, so we don't want it to stick out as far as our other ones do. We just want to barely go over that center bar and connect these guys so that they all stay proportioned the way that they're supposed to. So that is a star stitch. And there are several of them around here. And again, you can mark them if you like with your radii template so that they're more even, or you can just go ahead and wing them. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.